As a church leader, your time and resources are limited. It's difficult to find discipleship and Bible study materials that are affordable, easily accessible, and high quality. But there is a way to equip the people in your church every day of the week without losing sleep. Welcome to Right Now Media, the world's largest library of video-driven Bible study resources, used by more than 20,000 churches, schools, and organizations. With a Right Now Media subscription, everyone in your church can access thousands of biblical resources for kids, couples, small groups, and more. Give your members access to great content, anytime, anywhere, on any device.
And God specifically says, the way you think, that's not the same way I think.
Equip and inspire everyone in your church beyond Sunday.
Hello, Bereans. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to welcome each and every one of you. This great day that we have, that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing, and indeed, we are glad in this day. Thank you so much to every Berean joining me right here as we look again at another issue, as we get to rub our minds together and look at scriptures together. Thank you so much, wherever you are. Thank you, Sunshine, from, are you in Zambia? Hello, Uncle Solomon. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Ali says, Shalom, my fellow Bereans from Welcome in Free State in South Africa. So it's very interesting here. Stembet, so always here. Good afternoon, Uncle Sol. Benoni is in the house. Indeed, I see you, Benoni. Tervis, good morning, Brother Solomon, watching from Pennsylvania in the USA. Great to have you here. Anna, awesome to have you here. Sakani also, so good to have you here. I hope you're doing well. Anna, okay, Anna from Zimbabwe, right? And then you were watching from Zambia. Awesome. Botani say hola soul. Hola to you too, my fellow Berean. Hello, brother. So from East London. Thank you. So we have Bereans everywhere. You know, we have them in the south, in the east, in the north, and in the west. You know, wherever you are, make sure that you represent who Jesus is. You know, the most important mandate that we have over our lives is how we live our lives every day, our conduct. Are we really representing who Christ is? Are we doing our best? Are we intentionally doing it? Or we have given up because sin, we feel, has defeated us? Sin cannot defeat you. Never, ever. The power of the resurrection, the power of salvation, the power of forgiveness is too much for sin to defeat you. So if you're feeling you've been defeated, you want to give up and all that, please, Bereans, do not do that. Cedric Edwards, another Berean from Cape Town, Ekapa. Christina Johnson, I see you. Gustus, all the way from Bushbeck Ridge in Mpumalanga. Great to have you here, and each and every one of us that is here today. Awesome. I want to look at Bushiri again. You remember I told you about Bushiri's, Bushiri's a TV series that is being created around the life of false prophet Bushiri. So this TV series is supposed to be a 14-part series. A 14-part series is called Nkalagata, which is going to look at his life, which is going to look at him, and to look at different areas in his life, how he came to South Africa, how he became popular, some of the false prophecies that he gave, some of the fake healings, how he made his money, his arrest, and how he ran away, and all that kind of stuff. And we know that Bushiri is a totally false prophet. There's nothing good about him. And the script that was written, I was actually part of the people who was invited to give my own opinion about the script, and also to help them, because the script writers and the TV station didn't understand the world of charlatans and fake prophets and how they operate, you know. And because I've been on this for over 10 years now. They called me in to please help them out and give them some sort of direction and advice around some of the scripting, the language that is being used, why certain things are being done, and all that kind of stuff. That's about 2 years ago. So now Bushiri got wind of it. In as much as he ran away from South Africa, he's a fugitive right now. He jumped bail from South Africa and ran away to his home country of Malawi, facing so many charges, a fraud of over 100 million South African rand, people's money, and he jumped bail. And now he has the audacity to engage a law firm to deliver a letter to the TV station, which is Moja Love TV, and to tell them that he needs to be involved in the production or else they should cancel. So there are two things that he wants. He needs to be involved. Technically, he's saying, I have to decide what you want to say about my life. This is a criminal we're talking about. Or you cancel it, or you pay me. So I feel Bushiri is up to something that we're going to see in the next year. It's either he's missing South Africa too much because he has lost so much money being back in Malawi, because South Africa was his cash cow, if I may say that, where he made so much money. But for me, this man is a sycophant / narcissist. From Lilongwe in Malawi, you have the audacity to want to stop a production that will reflect your life, your secrets, and empower people to understand not just you as a false prophet, but to understand other false prophets too. Because that's what happened. That's why I bring some sort of stories of false prophets here, just so we can understand from one individual false prophet, it would help us to see and know whenever we are confronted with false prophets' behavior in other places where you are or people that you know are engaged in that. And I think a series like that will go a long way. A production, a TV series on that is supposed to be a 14-part series. 14-part series. Let me just take you through some of the information that came out of that. So, it's a controversial self-proclaimed prophet, Shepherd Bushiri, has asked TV channel Moja Love to include him in the production of a series on his life story or cancel the project. How do you include somebody who is a false prophet in the story that you're trying to write about him, so he can dictate to you? So he's going to keep his secrets. So that means he's not going to endorse anything that would make him not look good before people. All his secrets with young girls, all his secrets with money, all his secrets with witchcraft, all his secrets with fake miracles and fake prophecies. What is this guy asking? Is he even okay? And then he says South African lawyer Victor Nkwashu was instructed by the televangelist from his home country of Malawi to serve the Gauteng-based channel with a letter of demand 2 weeks ago. So you put a letter of demand, you say, look, if you don't do this, I'm going to take you to court. And he went on to say, City Press has seen a letter in which Bushiri said he and his close family members had not been informed about the production of Bushiri Nkalagata, a 13-part I said 14 earlier, 13-part drama series based on his colorful life, which is set to air early next year. And there's a lot involved in this production. So my thing is, what audacity do you have to actually begin to take a TV station who you can do a documentary, you can do any series that you want around anybody based on your investigation? Is he trying to threaten them? Is he even serious? Does he even have a chance in stopping them? Because they are not going to involve him. Why should they involve him? So he can dictate to them what... It doesn't happen that way. You don't bring a criminal into the police station and allow him to get involved when you're trying to expose him as a criminal. And what we've seen lately is just the whole attitude of so many false prophets and pastors and bishops going to taking legal actions against anyone that wants to speak against them, anyone that wants to expose them, anyone that wants to bring information that would help people. They take the legal route. Why are they doing that? If they are people of prayer like they claim, why don't they pray that God will reveal the truth? Well, it's because they have no truth in them. They have no truth in their conduct. Going to court, what they're trying to do is to silence you. I've been taken to court so many times. I actually have one case that I'm actually on right now with CRC Church, Pastor Art Bossoff, suing me for 2 million rand. If you see someone, it's going to be out in the papers tomorrow if you're in South Africa or News 24 website. Just because I engaged them to talk about the fact that when South Africa was on the lockdown level 2, you're supposed to have only 100 people. But from my information that I gathered, they had over 1,000 people. I went to their office. We had a meeting. Still, they couldn't tell me how many people were in church last week. In church, church is not like a shopping mall. We keep the records of everyone. They keep going like this, and no, the church, the government doesn't like the church. The government is trying to persecute the church, and they go this way and they go that way. And then later on now, they're trying to sue me, saying I said they're a white church. I said they're this, I said they're that. They're even they're suing me for things that other people said. They just want to silence you. We are beginning to see a lot of that happening, but God is still on the throne. You can go to court. God will help us. God will defend us. And gradually we are beginning to see them even losing in court. Joshua Maponga took me to court. He quickly came back and withdrew the case because he saw he had no chance. There was a girl that told me she had a relationship with him. He denied it. I got an affidavit from her. I got an affidavit from her mother. She even got pregnant for him. Bishop Makamu took me to court, the same thing. Later on he came, no, let's settle out of court. They would do anything to try to silence you. So be careful when you defend a certain prophet or bishop that quickly went to court. When you see any of them going to court, study the case first and ask yourself if this is really him trying to protect his secrets, his atrocities, or really him trying to get justice. 99% of the time is just them trying to protect their atrocities. They don't want people to be exposed to it. They don't want people to know the real them, what they do with women, how they spend money, how they make money, how they deceive people, how they manipulate prophecies and miracles, how they manipulate their TV content. You do a lot of that. And this 13-part series that Mojo Love TV channel is working on is supposed to bring a lot around that area. They don't need to consult him. Why should they consult him? Who is he? A runaway man like him? Mishak said they must tell him to come here so the police can arrest him. Indeed, he should come. How can he even demand anything on South Africa? He's a fugitive who said he doesn't believe in SA law. Indeed. So a fugitive thinks he has rights in the country where he ran away from. Yeah. How can you include a culprit whom you are exposing? Bushiri is worse than Hitler. Bushiri is not okay. He's not. We're looking at a sick man. Very, very sick man. We're looking at a very, very sick man. So as Bereans, we have to really ask questions whenever we see any pastor or prophet or bishop taking legal action. We need to ask those questions. I promise you, most times they're just trying to silence the person who is trying to say things about them. And they're trying to impose it and make it a general knowledge that, look, if you try to say anything about me, I'm going to silence you. I'm going to take you to court, and you don't have money. Or I have money. I have attorneys. I have lawyers. That's what it is. So we have to really look at that from top to bottom. We have to really look at it and look at it again and again. There's a lot of things that Bushiri did in South Africa that needs to come out. And the court, his arrest and the court procedure that was supposed to take, his trial that was supposed to happen, that was supposed to expose a lot of things. But then he ran away. That's why you see a lot of them don't want to go on trial. They do whatever it takes to delay trial, not go on trial, or even pay money and kill the story. Because going to court, you're going to bring witnesses, just like we've seen Omoto Shaw, Pastor Omoto Shaw, and so-called Bishop Zondo. The witnesses are going to come there and say very damning things about this so-called holy man. TB Joshua, the same thing, the building that came down, still. They don't want to allow that. They know. And you see, Bereans, these people are not as powerful as you think. These people are not as smart as you think. They are just very funny daytime criminals who put one or two ideas together and saw it was working and money was coming in, and they held on to it. So we need to open up. We need to open up. As Bereans, we need to look at it and say, why go the legal route? Why? Keep going that way. They keep going that way over and over again. There's a reason. Because they're trying to make sure that they shut every voice that is going to come out to say and speak the truth about their deeds, about them. But we are not going to let that. Whatever the price is, spending money on legal cases to defend the integrity of the church and to defend the truth? Yes. Going to prison like I did recently? Yes. Even if it means they're going to come and kill me? Yes. It's a price that one has to pay because of the so many victims that are all over and so many people that they are making victims, spiritual victims. They held them in spiritual strongholds. Financial victims, they rip them off of their money, deceiving them with prophecies. Even sleeping with some of them, making them victims. We cannot allow that. We are Bereans. Don't think because you see somebody on TV and then he's powerful. Nah. The Bible is very clear in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. It says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. So they come to you in sheep's clothing. So you think they're okay, they're beautiful, they're normal, but inside of them, they are wolves. And you see, what I do here a lot of times is to expose the wolf in the so-called person with sheep clothing. What this TV channel wants to do is to expose the wolves, the ravenous wolves, the wolf that Bushiri is. They want to expose that. Because he's all there with his sheep clothing, with his tie and with his suit all the time. Sheep's clothing. Beware, because there's a lot of prophets that we watch on TV, online, prophets, pastors that are, what you see is sheep clothing. Sheep's clothing, that's what you see. Bereans, they are in sheep's clothing. All these designers wear, you see them wear, all this haircut, sheep's clothing. All this style, expensive shoes, sheep clothing. The cars that they drive or the private jet, sheep's clothing. They are hiding something. What are they hiding? They are hiding the wolves that they are inside of them. Beware of false prophets. Be aware. Be aware. But we shall continue to follow how that goes. We must continue to deny, to expose the fact that these wolves are conducting themselves in a very unbiblical ways. Because we are Bereans, we know the truth, and we shall continue to share the truth with people. May the Lord bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you. You are Berean. You have what it takes to stand for truth. Do not tolerate compromise. God bless you and have a wonderful day. My name is Solomon Isang Ishams.